Hello everyone, I am Monica from this channel. Okay, so in this video we are going to do IELTS listening test. Okay, this I have selected from book number 16 and this is one number test. So as we know, we have part 4, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Okay, so part 1 is having 1 to 10 question, and part 4 also you are having the 31 to 40 number questions. So what I want to say here, how you can improve your band scores in this listening test by correcting all the questions from part 1 and part 4, because these are only fill in the blanks, you can see. So fill in the blanks filling is really very important, very easy also. I will tell you how you can improve your band score in listening. So first, those who are beginners, please focus on these two parts, part number 1 and 4. When you will be used to with these part 1 and 4 to part 4 languages, definitely then you focus on your multiple choice question. So but initially you can do part 1, part 4, or you just do it the full listening, doesn't matter. But focus initially one day at least with 5-6 listening tests. Focus on part 1 and part 4. When you are confirmed that you are getting 20 out of 20, then you focus on multiple choice questions and map, label, diagram, activities and all. So how I will be doing it, let's see. Okay, so I will play the audio and all, doesn't matter. So first you read, always read. We know 1 to 10 questions are there, and always read the instructions. Complete the notes below, means as we know fill in the blanks are there. So what they have told you, one word and a number also you can use, or only a number also you can use. So one word means one word, and if a number is along with that, you can use one word and a number, or only a number also you can use. So how we are going to do it? First, when audio will be there, they will announce you the title. This is the title of these questions. Naturally these are in boxes, so this is title. So when they are giving you time to read the questions, always read. The first you will be reading the title, and then this also, and then this also you can just for and read. So first find the location, 1 number question, 2 number, 3 number, 4 number, 5 number, 6, and then read the title and the subtitles and try to read, because in 30 seconds it is impossible to read all the questions and you can't remember all the questions. So when audio will start, your pencil should be like that. They will start, the speaker will start talking about this title, and then they will talk about age 4 to 5, and then activities, they will describe activities, and side by side just your pencil should move with their dialogues. And sometimes like after speaking the first number sentence, then before speaking second number sentence, he may be talking about some other things. Okay, at that time don't get confused. If your pencil is working properly, your brain is working properly with the audio and the copy, definitely you are not going to lose any point here. So when make sure competition, he will definitely talk. When he is talking about competition, definitely your answer is going to come. Okay, but yes, sometimes one more thing, whenever some words are there or keywords, you can just find out, so that there should be no confusion. But sometimes some words they can change. You need to learn more and more common synonyms, not hi-fi words, synonym, vocabulary, and common words vocabulary you should learn it. So very important for reading point of view as well as listening. Okay, let's start the listening. I will play the part 1 only. Okay, so these were instructions from examiner, and the whatever I have told you, just pencil with the speaker. Wherever he is talking another line, not this line, you stuck your pencil over here. Okay, so I am playing it.
Listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 3.
Hello, Children's Engineering Workshops.
Oh, hello.
I wanted some information about the workshops in the school holidays.
Sure.
I have 2 daughters who are interested. The younger one's Lydia. She's 4. Do you take children as young as that?
Yes. Our tiny engineers workshop is for 4 to 5-year-olds.
What sorts of activities do they do?
All sorts. For example, they work together to design a special cover that goes round an egg, so that when it's inside, they can drop it from a height and it doesn't break. Well, sometimes it does break, but that's part of the fun.
Right. And Lydia loves building things. Is there any opportunity for her to do that?
Well, they have a competition to see who can make the highest tower. You'd be amazed how high they can go.
Right.
But they're learning all the time as well as having fun. For example, one thing they do is to design and build a car that's attached to a balloon, and the force of the air in that actually powers the car and makes it move along. They go really fast too.
Okay, well, all this sounds perfect.
Now I have missed third number question because I was just looking for the same words. Although they spoke the same words, but still I just missed it.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 4 to 10. Now listen and answer questions 4 to 10.
Now, Carly, that's my older daughter, has just had her 7th birthday. So presumably she'd be in a different group.
Yes, she'd be in the junior engineers. That's for children from 6 to 8.
And do they do the same sorts of activities?
Some are the same, but a bit more advanced. So they work out how to build model vehicles, things like cars and trucks, but also how to construct animals using the same sorts of material and technique. And then they learn how they can program them and make them move.
So they learn a bit of coding.
They do. They pick it up really quickly. We're there to help if they need it, but they learn from one another too.
Right. And do they have competitions too?
Yes. With the junior engineers, it's to use recycled materials like card and wood to build a bridge. And the longest one gets a prize.
That sounds fun. I wouldn't mind doing that myself.
Then they have something a bit different, which is to think up an idea for a 5-minute movie and then film it using special animation software. You'd be amazed what they come up with.
And of course, that's something they can put on their phone and take home to show all their friends.
Exactly. And then they also build a robot in the shape of a human, and they decorate it and program it so that it can move its arms and legs.
Perfect. So is it the same price as the tiny engineers?
It's just a bit more. £50 for the 5 weeks.
And are the classes on a Monday too?
They used to be, but we found it didn't give our staff enough time to clear up after the first workshop, so we moved them to Wednesdays. The classes are held in the morning from 10 to 11.
Okay. That's better for me, actually. And what about the location? Where exactly are the workshops held?
They're in Building 10A. There's a big sign on the door. You can't miss it. And that's in Fradston Industrial Estate.
Sorry?
Fradston. That's F-R-A-D-S-T-O-N-E.
And that's in Grassford, isn't it?
Yes, up past the station.
And will I have any parking problems there?
No, there's always plenty available. So, would you like to enroll Lydia and Carly now?
Okay.
So So I have missed my third also. Now let me check the answers for this. Egg is correct and tower is correct. Here it answer was car. Okay, and here answer was animals, but I just deleted it and just put this answer, so that is also wrong answer. Okay, so just listen to them carefully. In one go, in one practice, you will not get the correct more correct answer. If you just do more and more practice, definitely you will improve, you will understand their language. So take part in competition to build the longest bridge. That is also a good movie also build. And I think this is also, I will check just a minute. And yes, Wednesday, so this is also my wrong answer. Actually Wednesday answer is there, but she told Wednesdays, so S was missing from my answer. That's why Wednesdays should be there, means it's regularly on Wednesday, every Wednesday. So I have written here only Wednesday. That is also wrong answer. Now what about 9th and 10th? So they are correct answer, parking and this. So before starting part 4, I request you to subscribe and like this video, okay, and this channel. Thank you so much. So for part 4, as I was telling you, so the speaker will speak about the topic, he will announce the topic, and then eventually he will start talking about the things, and these are the subtopics, okay, and focus on these words where you are thinking that he can't change the words, like this also. And surprisingly, so here there is no such word, but yes, and different kind of words despite not being intended for. So for this, here he can use another words like opposite or something, this kind of words he can use, okay. So pencil should be like that only, and your ears, your eyes, your finger, your hands should like they should have good coordination between these three things, okay. Let's start this part 4. Let's read it before he said. So again, instructions, one word only, okay. 31, 32, we know the location of these questions, it's very important, okay.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 31 to 40.
Ancient philosophy is not just about talking or lecturing or even reading long, dense books. In fact, it is something people have used throughout history to solve their problems and to achieve their greatest triumphs. Specifically, I am referring to Stoicism, which in my opinion is the most practical of all philosophies and therefore the most appealing. Stoicism was founded in ancient Greece by Zeno of Citium in the early 3rd century BC, but was practiced by the likes of Epictetus, Cato, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. Amazingly, we still have access to these ideas, despite the fact that the most famous Stoics never wrote anything down for publication. Cato definitely didn't. Marcus Aurelius never intended his meditations to be anything but personal. Seneca's letters were, well, letters, and Epictetus's thoughts come to us by way of a note-taking student. Stoic principles were based on the idea that its followers could have an unshakable happiness in this life, and the key to achieving this was virtue. The road to virtue, in turn, lay in understanding that destructive emotions like anger and jealousy are under our conscious control. They don't have to control us, because we can learn to control them. In the words of Epictetus, External events I cannot control, but the choices I make with regard to them I do control. The modern-day philosopher and writer Nassim Nicholas Taleb defines a Stoic as someone who has a different perspective on experiences which most of us would see as wholly negative. A Stoic transforms fear into caution, pain into transformation, mistakes into initiation, and desire into undertaking. Using this definition as a model, we can see that throughout the centuries, Stoicism has been practiced in more recent history by kings, presidents, artists, writers, and entrepreneurs. The founding fathers of the United States were inspired by the philosophy. George Washington was introduced to Stoicism by his neighbors at age 17, and later put on a play based on the life of Cato to inspire his men. Thomas Jefferson kept a copy of Seneca beside his bed. Writers and artists have also been inspired by the Stoics. Eugene Delacroix, the renowned French romantic artist, known best for his painting Liberty Leading the People, was an ardent Stoic, referring to it as his consoling religion. The economist Adam Smith's theories on capitalism were significantly influenced by the Stoicism that he studied as a schoolboy, under a teacher who had translated Marcus Aurelius's works. Today's political leaders are no different, with many finding their inspiration from the ancient texts. Former US President Bill Clinton rereads Marcus Aurelius every single year, and many have compared former President Obama's calm leadership style to that of Cato. Wen Jiabao, the former Prime Minister of China, claims that Meditations is one of 2 books he travels with, and that he has read it more than 100 times over the course of his life. Stoicism had a profound influence on Albert Ellis, who invented cognitive behavior therapy, which is used to help people manage their problems by changing the way that they think and behave. It's most commonly used to treat depression. The idea is that we can take control of our lives by challenging the irrational beliefs that create our faulty thinking, symptoms, and behaviors by using logic instead. Stoicism has also become popular in the world of business. Stoic principles can build the resilience and state of mind required to overcome setbacks, because Stoics teach turning obstacles into opportunity, a lesson every business entrepreneur needs to learn. I would argue that studying Stoicism is as relevant today as it was 2,000 years ago, thanks to its brilliant insights into how to lead a good life. At the very root of the thinking, there is a very simple way of living. Control what you can and accept what you can't. This is not as easy as it sounds and will require considerable practice. It can take a lifetime to master. The Stoics also believed the most important foundation for a good and happy life is not.
So let me check my answers. Okay. So all my answers are correct. Okay, only one answer is correct. Spelling mistake is there, that's why. So here in one number it is practical. Okay, I will show you the answers also. Publications, publication only, choices, negative, play, capitalism. So this spelling is wrong. Spelling was capitalism. A was missing from my, that's why it is wrong. So depression, and then logic, and then opportunity, and then practice. Okay, so here I got, so believe me,